How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new Minecraft series by me, SynthReBorn, and it's called 10 Men Max, where I basically try to review texture packs in about 10 minutes or less if I can, and we will see if we're going to hit that goal today. But basically, it's a sort of first impression series, and it's just giving my opinion, whether, stuff that I like, stuff that I don't like about it, and whether or not you should get it or not. Now, obviously, if I do a review on it, I definitely want you to go out and get it. There are some things that will not sit well with me. That's kind of a personal opinion, as well as things that I do like about it. So, take it with a grain of salt, and if you kind of like stuff along the lines of, what I like, then, have at it. And more traffic to the person that made the texture pack and all that. But right now, today we're going to be looking at Ravand's Realistic. It's a mod. Not a mod, but it's a texture pack that's supposed to make things look more real. Now, I believe this texture pack is incomplete, as there are some things that have not been textured yet or have not been changed. Now, obviously, with Minecraft being an always evolving thing, that's probably always going to be something, but there are things that aren't quite up to snuff, in my opinion, and I mean, there are just things that are glaringly obvious when you go into creative mode and stuff where things just have not been changed. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something for the creator in general to work on in the future. Now, other things that I really like. The first thing, obviously, we've been staring at this jack-o'-lantern for a little bit, and the jack-o'-lantern, it's fucking hilarious. Like, when I saw this the first time, I just about peed myself, and I wanted to cry. It's so great. Look at that trolley face. It looks even better, without the visual, like, lighting effect that's supposed to be there in the background. But another thing that I really enjoyed, the unrefined nether quartz, very, very cool, very gem-like in quality. I have nothing else to say, but wow, sort of out of this world, but actually somewhat realistic. Pretty cool. Another thing that I really like is the azure, or not azure. What am I thinking? Lapis. There we go. I was thinking about the actual color, but the lapis blocks, very cool. Actually, the lapis blocks, if you look at it, they kind of look like denim, kind of like denim pockets. It's very kind of funny. I didn't notice that first, but maybe that's why I like it so much. I do love denim, but it's very, very cool. Very, very nice. I like the visual upgrade to the lapis blocks. Another thing that I really enjoy, the piggies over here. It's probably the most realistic out of the creatures that you can get as far as Minecraft's blockiness. Looks very, very cute. Look at that guy, or girl, or whatever. Looks very, very convincing. Very, very nice, as opposed to something else. Now, I am in creative mode, so I'm going to go in here and spawn something else that I think does not look all that good, at least as far as working in conjunction. The wolf, it looks goofy and weird because of the blockiness. Like, when you look at the face, it's not too bad, but then it doesn't look real enough, if you get what I'm saying. But other than that, not too bad. Now, as far as creatures go, that was probably my phone. That was very unprofessional. As far as creatures go, we are going to spawn in a creeper. I do not know if that's what creepers would look like in real life. It actually looks really sad. Thank God I'm in creative mode, so it's not going to try and attack me and blow up. But creeper, so weird. I do not know what else to say about that, but it's really, really strange. I like it. It's just very odd. I'm going to spawn in a zombie here. Sometimes zombies and skeletons spawn in with the actual jack-o'-lantern thing on their head. Maybe I can spawn in another one that doesn't look like that? Nope. Oh, there we go. Yeah, kind of looking like that. Very creepy. Real as in horror story real, like horror movie real, Hollywood horror movie real. But, I mean, it's definitely something else. Now, there's a problem with the zombies that I did notice, and it's the fact that sometimes the texture pack doesn't work, and sometimes the zombies spawn in like they normally would in like normal Minecraft. Now, I don't know if I could keep spawning these in, and we would have. There we go. See, there we are, and it's daylight, so they're gonna burn. But look, that one spawned in with no texture. I don't know why that happens. sometimes it happens. I don't know. There's kind of the same thing with the lava. If we go out over here, there should be some lava over here. I don't even need the lava bucket for this, which is great. But if you look on the surface lava is actually really nice. It looks like it's kind of bubbling and kind of hardening. But then if you get the actual visual lava flowing, it's just kind of the regular Minecraft texture of lava. I don't know if that's something on purpose. Now, I do know when lava flows, it does look orangey, but for something that's supposed to look real, it's very much not looking all that real. So that's not a knock against the creator, though. It's still great. Still great. Still very cool. Another thing that's really cool, which I have to hurry up and do. Actually, no, I can just I can do this right now. I can just set the time back to, and that's the wrong command, I think. Yeah. You can just set back to day really fast. And another thing that's really cool that this texture pack really changes is the way that lighting and shadows work. And this is much more apparent. You can do this, you can see this visual effect if you go into a place that's really dark and then you kind of come out of it type of thing. But the easiest way to kind of see this visual effect is actually in a body of water. Now, we have our light source there, the sun. It's pointing towards the water, or it's hitting the water. Now, you can see it's crystal clear pretty much. It's pretty hard to see the bottom of the areas, but for the most part, you can see pretty much all of what is in the water. Now, that changes when you go into the water. You go into the water, and it is dark as fuck. It is so dark. It is, your whole world changes. It's really, really scary. I mean, this is what it's like. Like, if you were probably drowning or exploring the bottom of the ocean or just a deep body of water, this is what it would look like. It's very claustrophobic, and it's actually really, really cool. The closer you get to the surface, the lighter it gets until you hit the top. Now, another thing that kind of bothers me, if you haven't been noticing it, is the trees. Now, some of the trees are very much normal-ish. And then you have trees like this that are supposed to be real. And I'm not sure if this is a problem with the compatibility, or maybe I patched it wrong with MC Patcher HD or whatever. But there are trees like this all over. And they're supposed to be real. But look, they're like transparent. You can't even see the trunk. And then on top of that, there are places where I had originally thought it was reflecting the sky, but is not doing that. But now, you can actually see through the world. But if you knock that stuff out, that effect no longer happens. So I don't know if that's something that is supposed to be a thing or not. But we're going to go back to this area right over here. And we're kind of going to end off on some of the visual effects that happen with the tools. Some of the tools that you get, and this is my character, haha, I'm a gamer girl. Iron sword, very nice, very sexy. Look at that. It's fantastic. Oh, beautiful. Same with the diamond sword. There's a lot of, it looks very ornate, very decorative. It's very, very cool. Very nice. Along with the bow. Now, the problem with the bow in this mode is the bowstring actually looks broken, and it's not rendering properly. I don't know why that is, but oh well. The shears actually close up look very cool. The problem with that, if you can see that on the right side, the creator did not, or they missed part of that, or it rendered again some of the red. And if we actually hit F5 and go back into it, you can't see it because they're holding it, so it's not so much of a problem. I don't think maybe that's something that they missed, and they just were very much looking at this, or maybe it was just something that was like maybe 1 pixel big when they were creating it, and they missed it. So it happens, you know. I know I've done some graphical stuff, and there are things that you miss, but other than that, not that bad. Like I said, I'm in creative mode. You can go into creative mode and see all the different visual things that have been upgraded. Some of it hasn't been, like I said at the beginning, but that's not too bad for the most part. I think this is pretty good so far, albeit a bit incomplete, but it's well on its way. The best stuff is obviously the tools. and a lot of the combat, the weapons, and the nice visual changes to the armor. Unfortunately, when you put the armor on, it still looks normal, so maybe it's a thing for the future. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff is very much been hauled over, and it looks very, very nice. So there we go. I don't know if that was 10 minutes or not. If not, I may have to edit it down or something like that. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.